That's exactly right, Jamie. And the governor did not mince words here, saying basically that the goal right now, they've entered a new phase in terms of stopping or slowing down the coronavirus. Is that they want to slow it down as we speak. Now, there is a statewide response in terms of how to slow the spread. The governor, as well as health officials, talked about several steps that they're doing. One thing that they're doing is looking at surge capacity, land and buildings as well, trying to find the spaces just in case the coronavirus spreads. They're also asking Congress for $100 million in terms of a coronavirus response. But also we heard some pretty practical advice as well. If we can go to video now, some practical response from health officials basically telling you to wash your hands for more than 20 seconds, use a tissue if you can to not touch any of the crevices in your face as well. But in terms of the response too, they're basically saying, again, wash your hands, but also we talked about how this is going to change lives. It certainly has changed even the governor's routine as well. Go ahead and take a listen.
I'm not shaking hands now, so don't be offended. If you're voters out there and I don't shake your hand, don't be offended. This is good hygiene. And I'm following this advice. I didn't come to work Wednesday. I had a cough Wednesday. I didn't come to work. And it's hard to do, right? We're all wrapped up in our jobs. Our identity is in our jobs. So it's hard to do, but I can't stress how important that is and why that's sounds kind of weird, but it's a bit of a patriotic act right now of not going to work. But maybe we ought to coin a medal or something for folks who follow this advice.
And health officials are also telling people not to panic, but they're also perhaps a word of advice for people over the age of 60, according to health officials, to consider staying away from large crowds and talk with your employer as well from staying home. But again, in terms of the press conference today, just doing some practical advice, be aware of the situation as more cases of coronavirus are going to be reported. But for now, guys, back over to you.
All right, Brian, thank you for that. You know, earlier today, King County also declared an emergency declaration with the total number of coronavirus positive cases rising to 14 within the county.
County leaders are ramping up efforts to fight the spread of the virus.
This morning, we are in final negotiations to purchase a motel in which we can place patients who are in need of isolation and a place to recover. We're going to be able to provide additional information on the location later. We have not yet completed the transaction, but my real estate people tell me that it is all but done, and we should have it available for patients by the end of this week.